Hey class, now that we've covered part one, the changing world of fashion, and we've learned about terminology, environmental forces, such as the role that the economic, demographic, sociological, and physiological elements play in the fashion business and the business scope of fashion, we're now ready to move into part two, which covers the materials of fashion. So let's talk about textiles and their uses. The fiber industry. The creation of fibers starts with an extremely fine hair-like strand that is practically invisible to the human eye. This is known as a fiber. Fibers are then spun or twisted into yarn that is used to create fabric. Yarns can be knitted, woven, or bonded into fabrics. Designers often use fabrics as inspiration to create designs. The selection of fabric by designers is an important aspect of achieving a desired style. Fabric selection can affect the construction of a garment and its silhouette. Remember the lecture from chapter 1, how we compared a trench coat made of two different fabrics? In that example, we talked about how fabric choice can affect silhouette. Keep in mind that fibers give fabric characteristics such as color, weight, texture, and durability. Primary suppliers are inclusive of textile fiber and textile fabric manufacturers, as well as the producers of trimmings. The first step in the production of apparel, accessories, and home furnishings is the production of fabrics and fibers. Fibers are placed in one of three categories: natural fibers, regenerated fibers, or synthetic fibers. The development of natural fibers. Natural fibers are derived from plant and animal sources. There are four major natural fibers. We have cotton, silk, linen, also known as flax, and wool. The use of natural fibers was first used in prehistoric times. Flax, or linen, was discovered over 34,000 years ago in the Republic of Georgia. Out of all of the natural fibers, cotton is utilized the most. It's pretty much blended in everything that we wear. Its versatility makes it a good fiber for different types of weather, regardless if it's hot or cold. It's absorbent and breathable, and it also has a cooling effect. It is easier to maintain as compared to other fibers. You can simply throw it in the washer and dryer. Silk is derived from a silkworm. The worm ejects two fine streams of thick liquid. When the streams make contact with the air, they harden, creating filaments or fibers. Silk is considered a more luxurious fabric due to its look and texture. It is breathable. In the past, it was thought of as a fiber that should only be worn in the summer. In today's world, silk is also machine washable versus in the past when you could only take it to the dry cleaners. Flax is derived from the stem of a plant. Linen is produced from flax that is spun into yarn and woven or knit into fabric. Flax is absorbent and breathable like cotton. However, it is twice as strong as cotton. Linen is typically worn in the summer months. It has a low resistance to wrinkles, but its wrinkles are dubbed as luxurious wrinkles. Oftentimes, people have linen parties in the summer where all attendees are expected to wear linen attire. Wool is derived from a sheep's coat. It is a natural insulator and is often used to produce warm weather clothing. It absorbs moisture and dries more slowly than cotton. Most people find wool to be pretty itchy. A few minor natural fibers include ramie and hemp. Ramie comes from a woody leaf, an Asian plant, and hemp comes from a fibrous plant. The development of regenerated and synthetic fibers. Quite often today, most fibers contain a blend of both natural fibers and regenerated or synthetic fibers. Jeans, t-shirts, and even suitings are just a few articles of clothing that have a fiber blend. Blends are used because of their durability, comfort, and ease of care. Regenerated and synthetic fibers are created from liquids. Fibers are produced by forcing liquid through a spinneret. The fibers are then cut into shorter lengths and spun into yarn or chemically processed into yarn directly. Regenerated and synthetic fibers. The first fiber was produced in 1910. Regenerated and synthetic fibers are durable and have a low environmental impact as compared to natural fibers. Regenerated and synthetic fibers, generic and brand names. Generic names have been assigned to 25 regenerated and synthetic fibers. Variants can be created and given a brand name. Let's review this slide for the generic and brand names of synthetic fibers and their end uses. Do keep in mind that this is not an exhaustive list. See pages 89 and 91 in your textbook for more information. Microfibers. Microfibers are 2 to 3 times smaller than human hair. They are the thinnest and finest of synthetic fibers. Their texture is similar to that of a silk or cashmere. They are wrinkle resistant and machine washable. So the image here compares the size of microfiber to flax, wool, cotton, and silk. Microfibers are widely used in many apparel categories such as women's wear, menswear, and activewear. As you can see from the image, microfiber is much smaller than the other 4 fibers. Fiber distribution. Regenerated and synthetic fibers are sold in 3 ways: as unbranded products, as branded or trademark fibers, and via a licensing agreement. When sold as unbranded products, there are no restrictions on the end use. However, there are also no implied or required standards of performance. When sold as branded or trademark fibers, there is an assurance of quality control by the producer, but there is no implied or required standards of performance either. When licensed, trademarks permitted to manufacturers who whose fabrics and end products pass tests for their end specific use. Trends in the fiber industry. There has been an increase in the use of blending natural and synthetic fibers, as well as the use of microfibers due to durability and ease of care. With regenerated and synthetic fibers being created in large quantities overseas, the increase of imports has become problematic, especially being that 85% of fiber usage annually is within the U.S. market. A few of the other trends in the fiber industry includes the rapid increase of imports, improved technology, the use of microfibers, and of course, the blending of natural and synthetic fibers. Technology advancement has allowed for better and more efficient service. Meet me in the second part of the lecture so that we can talk all about the textile fabric industry.